David Parker. Order.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance. Does he agree that there are growing gaps among the regions of New Zealand, making the economy and society increasingly unbalanced? If not, why not?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, no, I don't agree with that. A variety of data suggests the regions have led New Zealand's recovery. Statistics New Zealand regional GDP data shows that Bay of Plenty, Gisborne, Hawke's Bay, Nelson Tasman, Canterbury, Otago and Southland, of course, all grew faster than the national average in the 5 years to 2013. The most recent ANZ Regional Trends Survey shows rural regions growing faster than urban areas, and just last week I received reports from Queenstown in my own electorate of a significant boost from a long holiday by the Leader of the Opposition.
Order.
But if the member wants to talk down the regions, then I hope he declares a crisis, because on recent established history, every time Labor declares a crisis, things come right pretty quickly.
Supplementary, Honourable David Parker.
Does he agree when the top few percent own most of the wealth, the squeeze don't have enough to spend and invest, and the economy will not perform to its fullest potential until the imbalance is fixed?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, no. In fact, with respect to the distribution of benefits of growth, I can tell the member that the number of people on working age benefits in Greymouth dropped 5% in the last year, in Blenheim it dropped 9%, in Napier it dropped 8% in the last year, and in Wanganui the number of people on working age benefits also dropped 5%. Those people are now enjoying the benefits of more jobs and a stronger economy.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Honourable David Parker.
Then why is it that after 6 years, aside from Canterbury, the unemployment rate is higher in every region of New Zealand than it was when he took office?
Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, on planet Labor, there was no global financial crisis.
Just answer the question.
And the member should take that into account when he uses those measures. Of course, in the real world, which is not where the Labor Party is, there was a major recession. Unemployment did rise rapidly. Fortunately, it is now dropping consistently.
Supplementary question, Tim McIndoe.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister, which regions have seen the strongest increases in economic activity?
Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, the most recent Regional Trends Survey shows the strongest growth in economic activity in the March quarter. In order are Northland the highest, 3.4%, followed by Bay of Plenty, then Waikato, then Nelson Marlborough, then Otago, then the West Coast, and then Canterbury. ANZ reports Northland was also the fastest growing region in the year to March at 7.4%. Business confidence is at a 9-year high in this survey, and the top two areas for business confidence are Otago, despite the complaints of their civic leadership, and the Waikato. As I said, the evidence tends to suggest the regions have led the recovery, not lagged it.
Supplementary
question, Honourable David Parker.
Is his selective use of statistics because the latest statistic New Zealand figures on per capita GDP show that per capita GDP in the last year has gone backwards, not just in Gisborne, Hawke's Bay, Taranaki, Manawatu, Wanganui, Marlborough, West Coast, but also in his own province of Southland?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, no, I don't agree with that. But what I do agree with is the proposition that a significant carbon tax, a capital gains tax, water rules which mean that every river has to be absolutely pure will have dramatic economic effects on the regions, and they will all be negative, and that is why the regions are turning up to meetings all over the country to tell us how determined they are to stop the Greens and Labor taking over government.
Supplementary.
Order. Supplementary question, Honourable David Parker.
How can he say that regional growth is not in balance when, according to the 2013 census, the gap between median household incomes in Northland and Wellington has grown to around $30,000 a year?
Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I haven't seen those figures, but that's a bit rich coming from the party that complains because the government put constraint on public service salaries.
Point of order, Honourable David.
I seek leave to table the per capita GDP figures from Statistics New Zealand for the regions for the year ended 2013.
If they're published by Stats New Zealand, they are available to all members.
Sounds like selected statistics.
Question. Order. Question number 5, Maggie Barry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Local Government. What